What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. I am super excited to get this box today. This is by Blueboxhyper. They are a custom, really they do silicone life-size bust and silicone-like hands and parts. They are out of Peru. Never been there, definitely want to go. But they made one of my favorite pieces in my entire collection. This masterpiece Pennywise, which, as you know, is one of my favorite pieces, and I'm just the biggest fan of that piece. And today I bring you my second piece from Blueboxhyper, Caesar, from Planet of the Apes, the newer Planet of the Apes. So very excited. The box got wet, so this cardboard is wet. But I am very excited to get Caesar. Also getting their nun bust, and I'll leave a link in the description below of their Facebook page where you can contact them if you are interested in ordering. Yeah, you can see right here it got wet. But so they do have a, yeah, it's super wet right here on this side. So this is the war version. They did make two of them. Now, there's this one, then there's the old Caesar. I wanted the war version. All right, I'm just gonna leave the colored box in there. It's such a hassle, plus because if it's wet, it'll tear again everything out. Yeah, it's very wet on one side. It's like someone dropped it in the water or something. But the bust is basically inside this styrofoam covering all walls, and then the bust is bubble wrapped. So here we have it. This is the same method that Pennywise shipped to me. Basically, they do have a colored box, and then they put outer styrofoam layers and bubble wrap it like so. So one of my buddies out of Australia, the Godfather, he got the old man version, and he told me that he likes it more than Alita. And you know how good Alita is. So I'm very excited for this. They have like this plastic wrap over it. Which these are always kind of difficult to get off. You obviously don't want to cut the silicone bust as well. So you gotta be very careful when removing this stuff. So their busts typically take about, they advertise 100 days to get once you order it. 100 days, which is not bad at all when you consider that, you know, I ordered a Queen Studios bust and it's gonna take 3 years to get, and it's way more expensive. Their busts typically range about 2,000 shipped, where a typical Queen silicone, which is not even as good in my opinion. I think Blue Box is higher quality. Like Pennywise, he's higher and more realistic than any Queen product I own. But yeah, 2,000 shipped versus like 3,500 to 4,000 from Queen. You get it in 90 days, and you're getting super unique character, low edition size, so better resale value. So needless to say, I'm a huge fan of Blue Box. I definitely am a huge supporter of them and what they're doing. They're extremely skilled, and I already know I'm gonna absolutely love this Caesar. Just gotta get all this plastic wrap off, so I'm just being super careful. Yeah, this thing has tons of hand-punched hair. We're almost there though, folks. Hang tight, we're almost there. I believe we just have one big layer of styrofoam after this. Come off. All right. Yeah, so you can see all this stuff, which I'll just put back in the box. All right, you guys are going to see this first. You're getting first-hand views. Well, technically, I'll see it before I upload the video, but you're going to get to see this. I'll walk around and give you my reactions. I'm starting to see some fur here. All right. Yeah, this definitely, my turntable has condensation water on it. All right, let's walk around and remove and look at that portrait. Hold on, folks. I'm just gonna pick up the phone so you can see what the fuss is about. Wait for it. Mother, oh my goodness. Look at that. That is perfect likeness to Caesar. So, wow. All right, let me clean up real quick. Alrighty, folks, cleaned everything up. Now, before I wanted to dive into this review, I wanted to look at pictures of Caesar to judge the likeness, the accuracy, and everything. So right off the bat, this is a big bust. It's not small. I put it next to my Pennywise. It's bigger than him, and I'll show you size comparison. But this is a big bust. In fact, let's go ahead and take some measurements. Give me a sec. I do want to measure this for you in case you're considering picking this up. Now, I believe the old is sold out, but I think this one still is available. So he is approximately 25 inches wide and about 13 inches deep, 29 inches tall. So as you know, that's quite a big bust. It's wide, it's tall, but it's not too deep, which does help with display. So that is really nice. So they actually released this bust, I believe about a year ago, and I believe the edition size is, let me actually look, 24 of 50. So it's right here on the bottom. Let me actually show you guys. So it's right there, Blueboxhyper, and it's 24 of 50. So not a huge edition size by any means. Pennywise was only 45, so this only has 5 more, but there is the 2 versions. This one, which is from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the 2nd movie, and then you have the Old Man, which is from War of the Planet of the Apes, the 3rd and final movie. Now, I personally liked Dawn the best. I loved Caesar in that movie. I think that's the best movie of the trilogy. I love the entire trilogy, though. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to watch it actually right after this unboxing and review. So I haven't watched it in a while either. But I bought this one specifically because that's my favorite movie from the trilogy, and I love the war paint. I think it just makes it extra special. So here on the base, you have a very cool looking design here. I forget what this is, but it's a circle with like a Chinese star almost look to it. And then tons of cracks and everything. It's not just blank. They actually did incorporate lots of detail into the back of the base as well, which is really nice. And they still sculpted and did all the hair back here, where some busts, right after the head, is just cut off and it's just a, almost like a plastic look. So this one, they did not do that, which is really nice. And this one, I gave them feedback on Pennywise to start including bases, because we want bases. Let's be honest. You don't want to bust without a base. That's why I customed a base for my Pennywise, which improved it substantially. So this one, they did do the base, which I'm very happy that they listened to their fans. They made a base. It's simplistic, but it's very nice. You have the big bold letter Caesar, and it looks like it's on wood. And I'll do some close-ups here later. But this back part, like I said, it has all this texture, and it almost looks like real stone. But it's very, very nice. I do like it quite a bit. So the base it's not like ECC amazing, but it's a very good base. But that's not the reason you're buying this. You're buying this because of this. Look at that portrait. That is just, it looks so realistic. They did a lot of things here that I'm really, really digging. So the nostrils have a wet look inside. Oh yeah. See, this is silicone, so it has that like soft touch. Yeah. And then you got these phenomenal eyes. I believe they're like resin glass eyes, but they look spot on, 10 out of 10 amazing. Very, very impressive. This skin texture, this looks like a real ape, who put war paint on his face. It's not even like perfect either. Like the red actually goes a little bit to the side, and it's just phenomenal. The black around the eyes and then the red paint down the middle. Very, very amazing paint job. This is top-notch, like prototype quality paint jobs, something you're only going to get from custom companies and really high-end silicone artists. You're not going to find a mass-produced piece painted this good. And the hair is excellently done. It looks very realistic. It feels like what a real monkey would feel like. I feel like they just got real monkey hair and just, individually did it. Think about how long this will take to individually put each hair on this. This has thousands, tens of thousands of hairs, I swear. That's why it takes so long to make this, because the majority of the bust is hair, because it is an ape. And if you'll notice, there's a hair patch missing right here. And I thought for a second, did my hair get pulled off in the shipping process? And I started to cover it from other hair, because you can move the hair around. And then I Googled an image up from the movie, because like I said, it's been a while since I've watched it, but this is 110% accurate. Caesar did have hair missing right here. I'm gonna assume from some sort of battle wound, getting shot maybe. Like I said, I'm gonna rewatch the movie, but the accuracy is spot on. They have like little white gray hairs on the ears. The actual hair on the entire bust, it's not just pure black. Granted, this is the war paint, so it has like this white paint that goes in layers down, which I really like, and one reason I wanted this one, because I love the look of that. So very, very impressive. I'm absolutely digging this. It is just premium, top notch. Now I want to show you guys this next to the other blue box bust, so you can see size comparison, see how they compare, and then we'll put this next to my actual Caesar 1/4 scale and see exactly how that looks as well. So let's go ahead and put it next to Pennywise now. Alrighty, here is a size comparison. So as you can see, Pennywise I have propped up on a 5-inch tall base, but they're about the same height, 29 inches tall because of Pennywise hair. And Pennywise is also quite wide as well because of his, shoulder poofs or whatever, but these can go down. I poof them out because I think it looks better. But Caesar is so wide, I couldn't even have them side by side. Luckily, the nun, is not as wide, so she'll be able to either face forward or it may just have her angled like this, looking directly at me. We'll see when I get her. But yeah, Caesar definitely is absolutely phenomenal. Very, very impressive and very, very lifelike. So you can see that these are just some of the most lifelike busts I own in my collection. Now, they are not super heavy. I would wager that only the face and the ears is silicone. The rest of the body is probably a thin resin or a plastic. The base is definitely like a polystone resin. And then they hand punched everything in. It's probably just a thin resin and then it's hollow is my guess. I don't think it's plastic, but I think it's just a thin resin. Maybe there's some silicone. I don't know. Let me press against it. I mean, it feels hard. Although that little part is silicone. That is soft to the touch, but this is hard. And obviously the base is hard. That is silicone for sure because it has that soft touch. The face is silicone and the ears are silicone. So you can tell it's silicone because it has that soft to the touch. Feels like real skin. If it's hard, then it's either polystone, resin, or PVC. So I don't know what it is, but it is hard and throughout the entire body. And same with Pennywise, like this. Very, very hard. The only silicone is the portrait. Thing is, that's all you really need unless you're showing skin is the portrait to be that silicone, because that is the most important thing on a life-size bust, the portrait. And that is where Blue Box just absolutely nailed it. So let's do some quick close-ups so you can really see what I'm talking about. So look at the way they did the white paint. It's not like super, super clean as if, this was a professional studio painting it for a movie. This looks like something a monkey would do. They did it very accurate to the movie. Like I said, look at the nostrils, how they made it glossy inside, to give it really a lifelike effect. And the paint job is just phenomenal. Then the eyes, look at those eyes. Just look at that. Very, very impressive. It has a very glossy look. I believe they use a resin eyes, like a resin glass eye. It looks just as good as any glass eye out there, if not better, because this one has very good vein work and like red in it. So very, very impressive. Then that forehead, and you can see the red going into the hair actually. So just super premium, top-notch paint job. Just looks so good. And then, like I said, the ears are also silicone, and it has this like gray hand-punched hair. And then this part also is silicone. And then the rest is this hair, which you can fuss if you want, but I don't think it really needs any fussing. The only thing I did is I did pull the hair this way and then poof it back to give it a slightly poofier look for the forehead, because I don't want that flat look. And that's all I really did. Nothing else really needs fixing. Everything else just looks top-notch and premium. So there you have it, though. Blueboxhyper Caesar. Extremely impressive. I don't know why I waited so long to order this. Let's go ahead and put him in the hallway, which is where I do plan to display him. Although I gotta say, I do like him up high. I feel like you can see him better, especially because of his like forehead going out and the way his eyes are. I may have to, I don't know if I need to find a new spot for him or not, but let's see how it looks. Alrighty, YouTubers, so here is Caesar in his final display spot, the one I chose to put him at. Whether he remains here, we shall see, but this is where he currently is at, next to Jack Sparrow, and then I'll be getting a Vader bust to the right, and then we're getting Alita bust over next to Alita. But As you can see, a Caesar does look absolutely fantastic next to the 1/4. We also have the little Blu-ray like DVD collection set. But you can just see how amazing Caesar does look. You know, next to Jack, which is also a silicone bust that's extremely hyper realistic. So they're both, you know, just like extremely realistic. So, and Caesar is very, very big. He is not a small bust by any means. You can just see how impressive this is. So, I mean, if you're a fan of the movies, then this is obviously like a no-brainer. It's not too pricey considering statue prices nowadays, but it's definitely a huge bang for your buck and an absolutely amazing, amazing bust. I'm very, very happy with it. So I do highly recommend it. For me, it gets a 10 out of 10 overall for the price, for how it looks and how it feels. It's just top-notch premium quality. Definitely a grail in my opinion. So if you are interested in ordering, like I said, I think the Old Man is sold out. This one, there might be a few left. I would just check with Blue Box if you're interested. Otherwise, you know, they have the Nun bust available for pre-order, and they're constantly coming out with new products with quick production and low edition sizes. So I'm very happy with them, and I definitely plan to continue ordering from them in the future. I will put a link in the description below of their Facebook page where you can message them. Feel free to throw me a shout out for forwarding you guys over to them. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.